this has been on my Amazon wish list for the longest time, and I've yet to pick it up until now. Although this is a library copy, but still, counts. It counts. Blood Like Magic. Well, well. So we follow Voya. By the way, side note, it took me the longest time to actually realize her name was Voya and not one of the other names that kept being mentioned. That was Tom passing by. Yeah, that I'm not gonna refilm that. No. Anyway, the life of a crazy cat lady who also reads a lot of books and talk about it on YouTube. Yes. So Voya, we follow Voya, and Voya is one in a massive family of witches. She's just one of the younger generations about to, you know, come into her own. One of the things, so there's a bunch of like magic witchy families around, but there's also like non-witch people, and it's honestly, that part got a bit confusing, so I'm not even going to try to explain that. But anyway, so part of the journey, in at least in Voya's family's case, is that one of the ancestors will come give you like a task to do, to kind of fulfill your calling, and when you've completed said task, you will become a full-fledged witch or something like that. And it just so happens that the task that Voya is given is one of the hardest ones ever. Basically, she is told that she must sacrifice her first love. Excuse me? Yes. So she interprets this to be that she must kill her first love, like her romantic love. Now, thinking about it, that like task could be interpreted in different ways, and spoiler, it is interpreted in different ways later, moving on. But the one thing we're following is that Voya must fall in love and then kill said boy, because yes, that's how things work. So we're kind of going through the whole motions of, well, firstly, finding a match. There is a very handy little genetic matchmaking kind of a deal. She just happens to be matched with someone she doesn't like, so that's a fun journey. You know, what's that trope again? Enemies to lovers? Yes? Kind of, but also it's YA, so it's a lot less rough. Let's say that. Anyway, we're getting to know Voya and her family and all the ancestors and all the family drama with other families as well. It's a whole thing. I bloody loved it. And there's a part 2, there's a book 2, it's a duology, and I can't bloody wait to read that. I'm very curious to see, because this very much, it ends. So I'm very curious to see what book 2 is. Like, is book 2 gonna be one of those, like, why was this written? This could have just been a standalone, or these events in book 2 could have just been implemented in book 1, and thingamajig. I'm very curious to see. However, I bloody love this. I will put a little side note though, because in the first good few chapters, the bleeding, the like menstrual bleeding kind of a deal, it's mentioned so many times. It's mentioned so many times that I was like, oh my god, this is, it's on the verge of being disgusting now. Yeah, it was talked about a lot, but if that's something that gives you the ick, like it kind of gave me the ick after a while. I mean, I'm kind of thick-skinned, and I've kind of been through that. Not in the magic sense of the way, but yeah. So, but it was mentioned so much, and I was like, ugh. Eventually, it passes, and you actually get the good book. That is this book. So, highly enjoyed. Try to not think about the first bit too much. Yeah, maybe. If that gives you the ick, if you don't care, never mind. Yeah, very much enjoyed. Very much looking forward to book 2. I'm gonna have to figure that one out because it's not in the library. So anyway, see you in a bit. Blood like faith. Fate. Was this just another useless sequel to a duology? No, it was not. No, it was not. So, in that conclusion, in the second book in the duology, we have Voya, our main girlie. She's kind of dealing with the consequences of what happened in book 1. So, without spoiling book 1 too much, which I may do a little bit because it's inevitable, but I'll try to do my best because it's a good one. It's a very good one. So, Voya has passed her calling and she is now a full-fledged witch, but it did come at a higher cost than she ever imagined. So, her grandmother is gone. Sad. Her cousin hates her. Also very sad. And her family does not believe that she can lead them. Basically, they don't have fate in her. They don't have that. Yeah, they don't believe in her. We did see some of that in like book 1 as well, that her family didn't believe that Voya could complete her task to complete her calling, so they did a thing that maybe wasn't necessary nor even a good thing and whatnot, because they didn't believe she could do it, so they did something as a precaution, as you would. Turns out highly unnecessary because Voya did complete it on her own, so you know, yes, her Voya's choices and what she did, what she had to do and all that now means her grandmother's gone, her cousin hates her, and lots of things like that. Those are direct consequences of her actions and choices in book 1. Not that she like had any other choices to make. It was very direct, like this is what you need to do. And yes, there will be consequences, but who cares, because it's your consequences. We see a lot of like her family doesn't really believe in her now in book 2 either, which is just shitty. There are like conversations where some of her family members will tell her like, we need to not be like, you need to not tell us what to do, you need to like ask us and whatnot. And anytime, and it's like, well, anytime Voya asks for something, she's like, no, you're a child. So, I mean, she needs to be direct because otherwise they won't listen to her. But at the same time, they won't listen to her. I mean, there's no winning here. There's no winning. Thankfully, Voya does figure everything out in the end, so it does have a very good ending, but things blow up massively. Consequences from book 1, other consequences showing up and blowing out of proportion in book 2. Yes. As a conclusion to the duology, let's try to sum it up. So, highly entertaining, witchiness, which I love, supernatural things. Yes, there were some like icky bits in the beginning of book 1, which I was like, do you need to drag this out? Apparently they did, and they stopped talking about it too much, which was good because we did not need more of that. Yes, I refer you back to the first part of this video for that icky big blue. Anyway, yes, highly entertaining. Definitely want more. Yeah, give me more. Give me more. Give me more. I don't know what that was. No. Yeah, but definitely on the radar. We'll be picking up more of Liselle Sambury's books in the future. Bring me more witchiness. Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. I don't know what more to say. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you all next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.